Yes, I am using Pitou to represent myself when I talk. This is how I do commentaries. Shush. You know, I've been meaning to do a video regarding Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as some of the characters I want to see in the game. Or, well, the character I want to see in the game, because honestly at this point, there's really nobody else I want to see in the game, aside from any form of Dragon Quest rep. Personally, that'd be Erdrick from Dragon Quest or Dragon Warrior 3. There's been a rumor going on that he might be the second DLC planned, you know, the one that'll possibly be a Square Enix character. While some are excited, others are less than so. It turns out I happened to come across a video of somebody being anything but happy about that. And thanks to Doodle, I just so conveniently happened to pick up a passion for violently stabbing things with writing utensils, so the timing for this video could not be any better.
Really? You're here. Okay, let's get it out of the way.
And now you see why I bothered to give as much context as I did. Similar to Wandering Kirito, Austin didn't bother giving us an idea what he's talking about. Nope, nothing at all about the reason he's talking about Erdrick. Not even anything regarding Smash. He just straight up drops us into his little rant with literally no explanation. Like, it's not even like I can understand from the title. It doesn't even really give any indication exactly what he's talking about. It's just fucking Erdrick is a bad idea. Like, I'm supposed to know what context this is supposed to be in. Like, is it in the Dragon Quest games? Smash? Okay. Anyway, since we're here, let me get a few other issues off my chest. Like, first off, definitely not a big fan of your audio. Like, to start with the way you speak, sometimes you mumble a little, and that's especially present at the start of the video, which leaves me with a real bad impression. I mean, aside from those 200 angry niggas, who is gonna sit through this video when you don't even put in the effort to make sure your audience can even hear you? Of course, you eventually start speaking up, but I mean, it takes a while. I should also argue that the music is way too fucking loud, so either way, I probably wouldn't be able to hear you clearly even if you weren't mumbling. You also just leave in a bunch of large-ass pauses, or basically there's a lot of time where you end up saying nothing at all, which leads to loads and loads of dead fucking air. Seriously, what even is production? I could have sworn that even videos from 2009 had better production than this. Blech. Now I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit because he spends at least 30 seconds just telling Nintendo to get their heads out of their asses. And there's again so much dead air.
There's Roblox porn!
Erdrick is a bad idea for 3 big reasons. 1. Nobody has requested this guy.
Okay, on the nobody requesting thing, you absolutely sure about that? Dragon Quest is one of the most popular game franchises ever. People all over Twitter are jumping around begging for Erdrick to be the next DLC. How is that nobody? And yeah, I know hyperbole, but the point I'm trying to get is that people asking for Erdrick may not be as small as you imply. Hell, considering Dragon Quest is far more popular in Japan, I can only imagine how requested the character is over there. Let me also remind you that Super Smash Bros. Isn't exactly a popularity contest. Yeah, more people may have asked for Sora, or I don't know if that is true exactly. But it also kind of depends on the impact that said character had on Nintendo. While Sora may be cool and all, the games most people acknowledge from the Kingdom Hearts series are the ones in the PlayStation 2 and now 4. Yes, Chain of Memories, Recoded, and Dream Drop Distance all exist and can be seen as highly important, but for the most part, they were mostly building blocks for the major games in the series which were on PlayStation consoles, not Nintendo. I do understand that characters like Cloud and Joker, who are from like games on PlayStation consoles, have made it in, but still, Erdrick is far more important to Nintendo history than somebody like Sora. So while that may be a possibility, it's likely more possible that Erdrick is the one being picked.
There's Roblox porn!
Erdrick is just a bad idea. Finally, it would just make less money. It would be disappointing. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And here comes the third reason.
There isn't much to argue here, by the way, just as an example of the unscripted and unfocused nature of this video. Like, you start off by saying you're gonna do number 3. You do, and then you have something else to say, and then suddenly out of nowhere you're gonna do number 3, like the last number 3 was a fake number 3 all along, and the one in between was just a magic trick. I have no idea what that was all about, but to argue fake number 3, I do see an understandable reason why you think Erdrick won't make money and that's why it's a bad idea. For some reason though, at this point in the video though, you don't explain the reason, but it's clear especially later on that the reason for this claim is because Dragon Quest is, again, not popular in the West. But that'd be ignoring how also, again, Dragon Quest is highly popular in the East. This oversight alone probably destroys your argument, to be completely honest. To argue magic trick, Yeah, but that's kind of how people feel anytime a character they didn't ask for gets in. Yeah, I understand that, of course, this would be no different if Erdrick gets in, but it does kind of feel stupid to gatekeep Erdrick because people won't be happy when that's kind of on every character. Now, I can't say it's been kind of less on some of the characters in Smash Ultimate, like, say, King K. Rool, Simon, and Richter, but still. Now, if you're trying to say that there'd be some intense backlash, I think it would have been nice of you to clarify on that. Of course, large possibility because most of the people are probably under the assumption it's probably be the more well-known Sora from Kingdom Hearts getting in, but still, your point is never clarified on.
If Erdrick gets revealed, guess what? There's gonna be more bad characters on the way. Characters that nobody else has asked for. Well, besides Ryo Hayabusa, because he's kinda cool.
Okay, so I'm not even gonna pretend what you said at the end was audible at all. Don't really know if that's a speech thing or not, or whether or not you control it, because seriously, your voice just kinda collapsed towards the end, and personally, I don't know whether or not I can blame that on you or not. Either way, I can still argue it. So, look, I don't see how suddenly the fact that Erdrick may possibly make it in means that the rest of the cast of DLC characters is gonna be trash. Because we got one character that nobody, apparently, has requested. That's kind of a bold assumption. You really don't even give any impressive reasons why that might be the case. Just apparently we get one character nobody asked for, and so all of the dominoes are going down too, huh? It's actually kind of ironic how Piranha Plant, a character I don't think anyone asked for, made it in, yet after that we get Joker, which has everyone excited. So really the whole feeling you give off feels a little ignorant. After this he has some closing thoughts, calls him a ripoff since Dragon Quest games don't do too well in the West, whatever. So I want to reach out and do my final thoughts now. I don't like this video. The end. Oh well, most of the things I want to say are regarding production stuff like learn to balance audio, speak up a lot. Also, you have music playing at one part and none after that. It just kind of feels inconsistent. I mean, it isn't like you were punctuating that specific part of the video, so more nitpicks on my end. Like, the arguments against the possibility of Erdrick being in Smash just feel weak. I'm just saying. That's all I got. This video goes out to all my fellow Dragon Quest fanboys. Hashtag Erdrick fans rise up.